Hi everyone, this is Ravi. Welcome to Katalon automation tutorial. So this is our lesson 28 where I'm gonna talk about self-healing mechanism. So in my previous session, lesson 27, I've already published chapter 1 covering some of the concepts of self-healing. And this is our chapter 2 where I'm going to talk about self-healing mechanism at TestSuite collection level, or how can you fix the broken objects at TestSuite collection level by using self-healing mechanism in Katalon Studio. Please do subscribe to the channel, click on bell icon, you'll receive notifications whenever I publish more videos. Thank you. So if you see on the screen, we are on chapter 2, right? So as I told you earlier, I'm going to cover total 6 chapters covering self-healing mechanism. So chapter 2, we are going to cover self-healing mechanism at TestSuite collection level. What is the agenda item for chapter 2? So by end of this lesson, I'm going to teach you how can you fix the broken objects at TestSuite collection level, right? And then following are the steps that we are going to follow to achieve this particular feature. First, we are going to record a new test case, or we are going to automate a new test case, or you can use your existing test case as well. And then we need to change the property of locators in your application. And then we will be creating a TestSuite collection. And we need to run the TestSuite collection by disabling the self-healing mechanism. So then your TestSuite collection will fail. And then I'm going to show you how can we enable self-healing feature and then run TestSuite collections in series and then in parallel to see how this self-healing mechanism works while running test suites in series and parallel. Okay, so now without delay, let's jump onto the system and see how self-healing works at TestSuite collection level. So now I'm going to show you how this self-healing works at test collection level. So to see the self-healing process at collection level, first we need to create multiple test cases so that I can create multiple test suites, and then those multiple test suites I can call into a test suite collection. Okay, so let's go to our Katalon Studio. Okay, and here I want to create one folder here, chapter 2, and let me first put a first test case. My first test case is authentication. Okay, this is my first test case. Okay, and my second test case is appointment in Hong Kong. Okay, and my third test case is appointment Tokyo. Okay, so these are 3 test cases. Okay, I created 3 test cases. Let me close all other tabs for now. Okay, I want to keep only those 3 test cases: authentication, appointment in Hong Kong, appointment in Tokyo. Okay, so now first open authentication. Let me quickly record the test. I want to save some time, right? So to save some time, I'm going to record every test case. Okay, I'm not going to use any coding. Okay, so this is my URL. Let's record this. So this test case is just to see the authentication, right? For the authentication, for that click on make appointment, enter username and enter password.
Okay, and then hit on login. Once you log in, so make appointment should visible, right? I'm gonna hit this. Okay, that's it. Now stop recording. Correct. Stop the recording and save this. So while saving, I want to save this object repository. Okay, what I'll say, I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna create a new folder here. Okay, I want to create new folder saying that chapter 2. Okay, chapter 2. I want to store all the objects in chapter 2. Okay, so done. So my first test case is ready. And what about my second test case? Let's create quickly the second test case as well. So before that, before this one, the header, right? We clicked on header. Here I want to verify the element. Verify element visible. Verify element present. Verify element present. Okay, instead of clicking that, once I click on login, I'm verifying that make appointment header. Okay, save this. So let's go to second test case. This is my second test case, which is for Hong Kong. So now I have to book an appointment, correct, to Hong Kong. So let's record this quickly. Make appointment, enter username, this is password, and then once you log in for Hong Kong, correct. So let's select my facility as Hong Kong and the date 31st, appointment for Hong Kong. Okay, book appointment. So this is my appointment confirmation. So that is done. I'm clicking on appointment confirmation and then stop recording. And here, now let's save this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to merge onto chapter 2 itself, because earlier we already have couple of objects already, but for this new scenario, the additional objects are these, and these are all already existing objects. So what I'm doing, I'm merge changes into existing objects. Okay, so it's going to merge, so it's going to take the new objects, right, from the second test case. So that is done. So here again, here, right, this one is verify element present. Here verify element present. So once you book appointment, I'm verifying if this is your confirmation header is present. Done. And then let's go to the next one, appointment for Tokyo. Again, just record here, record, and then enter your make appointment, enter your username, enter the password, hit login. And here this is Tokyo. So for Tokyo, it's already default, it is Tokyo. So I need not to select the drop down, and I'm going to select here and then appointment for Tokyo, book appointment, and again confirmation. Done. And then stop recording. And again here, what I'm going to do, I want to merge again. I don't want to create a new object repository. I'm just merging everything. Okay, click OK. So done. So now if you see here again, I want to change this verify element present. Okay, so I've created total 3 different test cases. Okay, save this. Now do you want to execute these test cases? So let's, I don't want to execute. Let's create one test suite now. Okay, let's create a suite quickly. I'm creating test suite, new test suite. No, I want to create a folder first. Chapter 2, And here I want to create test suite collection. No, before I create test suite collection, I have to create test suites, right? First test suite. Under this, authentication. Okay. So I created one test suite, and second test suite is appointment HK, and then I'm going to create another test suite, Tokyo, appointment Tokyo. Okay. So even though these test suites, whatever the test suites I created, right, I'm going to add one test case to the test suite. Okay. It's just for demo purpose. Okay. My first test suite is authentication. Let's add the test case here. Authentication is my test case. Add it here. And then HK. This is my Hong Kong related test case. Add it here. And Tokyo. This is my Tokyo related test case. Okay. So I created total 3 different test suites. Okay. Let's save all these. Now I need to create test suite collection. Okay. Within this, I'm going to create one test suite collection. Test suite collection. What I'll say? I'm going to say it as Katalon. Okay, we'll do one thing. Self-healing collection. Okay. And here I'm going to add all these 3 test suites. I can select this, click OK. Okay. So now we have completed our test data setup. Now before I run this, I want to make some changes to my objects. Correct? So let's do one thing. Let's go back to here. So when I run my test suite collection, how does this the self-healing happens? Okay, for that what I'm going to do, let's go to object repository, make appointment, username, password. I'm going to make some changes to make appointment properties. What I'll do, I'm going to change the property so that Katalon cannot identify the property. Okay, I'm changing the property of make appointment button. Okay, done. I've changed the selected locator. Okay, so I would recommend you guys to visit previous video, so where I have explained at test case level how I changed these locators and all. Okay, I changed this, and let's change again for username also. Let's change for username also. I'll just random number 3456. This one also 3456. Okay, done. And the same way for password. Okay, so let's save this. So first, before I run the test suite collection, right? Let's go to test suite collection again. So this is my test suite collection, correct? Self-healing. Before I run this, I want to disable the self-healing. I told you how to enable and how to disable self-healing. 2 ways. One is you can enable and disable self-healing from here, or you can go to project settings and then here go to self-healing and UI. Here you can enable and disable by using this checkbox. For now I'm disabling. Okay, so when I run this test suite now, or before I run the test suite collection, let's run one test suite. Whatever we created for Hong Kong, it's gonna fail because we just changed the properties, right? Properties of let's your username, password, and then make appointment button. So when I run this, because smart healing is off, it's not gonna auto heal the locators. Okay, So I run this, it opens the browser, and then it will not be able to identify the it's failed. The test is failed because, so let's stop this. So the test is failed because it's not able to identify, unable to find the X path, correct? This one. Now, so in the same way, if I run the test suite collection also, it's gonna fail. But now, if I enable my self-healing, let's enable self-healing. Okay. Now, at test case level, I already showed you how it works. But here in the test suite collection, I have a sequence, right? I want to move this up. Okay. Let's move this authentication up, and then Hong Kong, and then Tokyo. Okay. So when I run this in the sequential order, what happens? My first test case will run, but because I enabled the self-healing, it should basically self-heal, right? And then it should continue. It should self-heal, make appointment. And then for the second time, for the second test case, the make appointment button is already self-healed in here for the first test suite, right? Here, the for make appointment button, the Katalon will not apply self-heal one more time because it's already self-healed, and it's gonna adopt the new proposed locator automatically. And then username and password, till now in the first, okay, sorry, for the first test case also, username and password also got self-healed. So that means from second test suite onwards, self-heal should not be applied by Katalon. It should use the updated locators from my first test suite. Let's see now. Okay, let's execute this. Okay, execute. Okay, let me save this first. Okay, save this and execute it. Let's see now what happens. First, it should run authentication. While running the authentication, for the first time, self-healing process, it will not be able to identify the make appointment button and username password, and it will apply self-healing, and then it's going to identify a new locator in the first test suite. So now see, make appointment is not able to identify, but it's going to self-heal by using new locator it identified. In the same way, username password as well. Username will not be able to identify. It will search for the new locator. It auto heals with the new locator, right? It enters the username, and then it should enter the password as well. Okay. So it is entering the password. Now it is entering the password. So done. And then, so it is now running second test suite. And so while running second test suite, it should not apply the self-healing process. Why? Because in my previous suite, I have ran the same controls. I dealt with the same controls. That's why it should not apply self-healing again. So let's see what happens. Okay. So it is running. I'll show you test results how it works. Okay. Okay. So my second test suite is done, and my third test suite is running. Okay. So all the test suite test suites already done. Okay, it ran all the test suites. Now let's analyze our test results. Okay, what happened we'll see. Okay, if you see in the test results, my first test suite, let's go to my first test suite, is authentication. So if you go here, unable to find your element locator, failed this locator, and then it self-healed by using the new locator. This is your new locator, right? Corresponding screenshot. In the same way, for username also, unable to find, it self-healed. And the same way for password also, unable to find, it self-healed. Correct? And now let's go to my next test suite and see here what happened. Okay, if you see here, see, it unable to find, but it's not applying self-healing. It's directly taking the new locator that used from previous suite, right? That's why you don't see any self-heal here. See, you don't see any self-healing. So it's not enabling self-healing one more time. Intelligently, it is taking the new locator from a previous test suite. Okay, in the same way, let's see here, Tokyo, appointment Tokyo. Here also, see here. See, there is no self-heal process. Correct? That's how it works. And then let's see now in parallel. If I run in parallel, what happens? We'll see. I want to see if I run these test suites in parallel, how it's going to handle smart healing. Okay, self-healing. So when I run in the parallel, whatever the test suite or whatever the test case interacts with the object, it's going to self-heal individually. And then the same self-healing process will be used by the same control in other test suites. Okay, let's run this. Okay, let's run this. See, now if you see, it is going in parallel. See, 1, 2, 3. Total 3 browsers opened in parallel. Correct? So now we'll see how self-healing happens. See, first one, it is already going in. So first one is done. Second one also done. So because the first one identified all of them, now it is perfectly done. Okay, so let me show you the test results. Okay, now here, let's see the test results here. Okay, let's go here. First, my authentication. If you see in the authentication, authentication has actually started at the beginning. Okay, let's see here, and let's see what is this one. So basically it applied self-healing individually. Okay, so that's how it works basically. So if you go to self-healing insights, see here, there are self-healing insights. Okay, our self-healing insights for this run is I think from here to here. Okay, these are actually old ones. Okay, let's delete them. Okay, let me do one thing. Okay, let me just decline my previous ones. Okay, previous runs. I want to discard previous ones. Okay, I want to approve these. Okay, I want to approve these. Let's approve 1, 2. So now if you see, your broken locator is this, and this is your proposed locator, right? For like that, for every username, password, make appointment. Correct? So you can simply approve them so that it takes all the changes in the object repository. So I already showed you how this approve process works in my previous session, right? So hope you all understand how does this self-healing works at test suite collection level, right? So in my previous session, I showed you how does this self-healing works at test case level. Now I showed you how this test suite collection level self-healing works. Okay, so if you have any queries, leave your queries in the comment box. I'll try to respond to your queries. Thank you.
Hope you all understand the concept of self-healing mechanism at test suite collection level. And then how can you fix your broken objects at test suite collection level? Please do subscribe to the channel, click on bell icon. You'll receive notifications whenever I publish more videos. Thank you.